Everything is really wet. For 10 hours it has now been raining, and hopefully the rain will stop, but if not, I will set up camp and try to protect me as much as I can from the water. Almost everywhere when I walk around in this area, I find traces of wild boar. So I hope that I don't make any encounter with them today. Lots of the places are like here. You see that they have been mucking around in the earth. So well, hopefully we don't see them. Tracks I found on wild boar, I think someone else also has seen them. I just arrived to this small hunting tower. So my feeling that we are in the middle of wild boar territory, I think it's a bit confirmed now. It really felt that we are in a perfect area for wild boar and deer hunting. But at the moment it's clear. Today I'm using one of my favorite backpacks. It's fule Helix 40. I think it's a great pack with 2 big side pockets and 1 big compartment, and also a couple of small pockets where you can put different stuff in. One of my favorites. Really nice pack. And now we need to do some sticks for the tarp. Just need to do some quick sticks for the tarp so we can put it to ground. One to go. And here are the pegs I made for the tarp. Just a figure-8 knot, and I cut a small hatch into this peg and put it into the ground. Now on the other side, the same thing. A figure-8 knot, small hatch, and down into the earth. Easy, and you don't have to bring pegs. You create them as you walk along. A quick release knot on 2 ends, and then we have our shelter prepared. Okay, now when the camp has been prepared, I will start boiling some water, drying my glasses out. It's really moisture in the air. And today I will use some solid fuel tablets. Maybe I will put up a fire here. I'm quite interested to do it, because it has been pouring down, as I told you before, for 10 hours. Now it has been stopped and everything is very, very damp. So why not start a fire? But the solid fuel tablets I will start first, because I really want to be sure that I have this hot water for my meal and of course the coffee. So let's stay tuned and see what's happening. This is my cooking set for today. It's a Snow Peak titanium mug, and I use it with an Esbit solid fuel. It's very lightweight and very easy to have with you in your pack, as you see here. Very small, but suits well just for boiling water or making you a small soup or something like that. Perfect for a day hike. And within the set, within the mug, I have the stove, something to clean with, some soap, and the fuel tablets, the solid fuel tablets from Esbit. So first we set up a small stove, and as you see, it's really small and lightweight. So this is actually part of my compact gear when I really do small hiking. But I think it's really good to have it also on trips when you have a bigger backpack with you, because it's so lightweight, taking so little room, and you can have it within your titanium cup. So I put it on some damp moss, because then we know it will not be any harm for the underlaying material. And today, with all this rain, there is no problem, so whatever to be using it. Then you put the tablets. And then in my fire kit, I have my lighter, and we just light it. And then we prepare with pouring some water in the mug. And here you see how the flames really keeping it hot. So in a few minutes I will have the water boiling in my titanium cup. And to go along with the coffee, today I have some snacks. In this case, a Snicker. I think I'm worth it. Over 1 hour hiking in this wet forest. I think I deserve a chocolate bar along with my coffee. So everything is packed, put on the lid, and it also has, I have it in a small mesh bag here, just to make sure it keeps, or it stays in place in the backpack. So this is my super lightweight cook set, snow peak titanium and Esbit solid fuel in titanium stove. This is a nice thing, marsh in Sweden. Finally we hear the small birds singing up in the trees again. It has been very quiet in the forest during this winter time. So I really love this part of the year when you can go out and you really feel that the nature is coming back to life. The snow is gone. It's only 3-4 degrees plus, but it's enough. You see a lot of signs that the spring is soon here. Now I am on this logging road and I'm hiking back to the car, and we have probably 1 hour left of daylight. So I will see if I can find a nice spot and test out once again this fire starting issues when it's so damp and wet as it is here. And here we see tracks. I'm not sure what it is. It's fresh. So we really are in an area with a lot of game trails. See if I can find something more clearly. And here also you have it. And this is fresh. You can see, this, because of the 10-hour rain, everything you do here will leave a mark. So I will think this is just a couple of hours old. This track is heading into the woods. And here's another one. Here you can see that the animal has pressed down the leaves. Maybe a deer. No, it's not a deer. If you look here, it's been eating on this branch. There's something else here that's got broken. Well, we continue. I'm not here for a hunt, I'm just here for a hike. I'm back on the road again, and here's the place where I arrived from earlier, hiking through the woods. So instead of going this way into the woods again, because it was actually quite thick forest. It was quite nice, but too thick. It was really bushwhacking to get through it. So we will see if we can continue on this road and hopefully save us some time. And the nice thing when you take a new way back, which I try to do when I'm hiking, I don't want to hike the same trail again. At least not when I'm to new areas. I like the feeling of finding new paths, new areas, new campsites. That's the half of the pleasure for me, at least, when I'm hiking. I think this was a cool rock. It's a very cool color. I don't know if you can see it here in the dark. Very special stone. And once again, if you look into this forest, it's dense, dark, but also very funny to walk in. Because when you walk in this type of forest, it's a bit hard to navigate. You don't see the sky that well, at least. It's very hard to take any bearing or landmarks further ahead. So you really have to practice when walking this type of nature. And of course, bring a map and bring a compass. The area where we were before was a lighter towards the sea, but it also had this darker, thick forest where we came from. And I like that you can get so different experiences on the same hike. At least here where I live, the type of forest we have here is so diverse. But it's mainly spruce and pine forest, but a lot of birch, and we of course has different leaf trees as well, but I like this forest. This is the spot where I will do some wood gathering for trying to make a fire. And once again, as you see, everything is damp. Water pouring everywhere. So, it could be quite hard. But that's a part of the challenge. I start with to collect the spruce twigs that are closest to the tree's foot. But even now it's completely wet. But it's really good to start a fire with it, so I will use it anyway and hope I can get the best out of it. Rotten and nice. And here I found a dead standing tree. And this is the best thing I think, because it has been standing upright, it's still dead. So hopefully most of the moisture and the rain has been pouring out of it, not into it. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting them into first a half and then quarter them. So I get 4 pieces of each stick. You can also use your back side of your knife to save your edge if you just want to do some scraping. And when using this method you get a really fine dust that is perfect to ignite a fire. Put it down there. And I also do some more shavings. Put that here. And now I prepare a small platform, so the fire material doesn't have to go directly down to the moisture earth beneath there. Here we do some more carving. That will do. So, and now we do some scraping on the birch bark. I also feel that the rain is coming back, so I really have to be quick if we will have a fire going in these wet conditions. Here we have the flame, but it's not over yet. It's still so very wet, so I really have to be careful. Now I can start to use the feather sticks very carefully. And now with the fine shavings that we had beneath, I can start to add them on. But even in this phase, you're not sure that you will have a fire because it's still very wet. So you have to continue, work with the fire, feed it, and make sure it gets what it wants. In this case, a bit more birch bark. And now also, just a bit above here, I will put these twigs that are still very wet, but I will dry them out. And using the hot flames from the birch bark and the feather sticks. But the fire is going and we can continue feed it now. Today I'm not going to use the fire anymore, so I'm glad with the experiment. It worked well. And here we now have the fire. So now we have come to the end of this trip. Thank you for joining me on this one, and hope that we can take a longer hike soon and doing some real exploring. Thank you for today. Bye.